In this lesson, we're going to examine one of the 4 principles in Freeform Crochet, which is progressions. The idea with progressions is that you progress the height of the stitch you're working, so you can build up different sections of your work as you want. The first method is the height progression. Start by crocheting a slip stitch, then a single crochet, and after that half double crochet, treble crochet, and so on. The method will build your work faster if you want to create an angle or a specific shape. And depending on how many yarn overs you do, the longer the stitch will be. This way you can start controlling your freeform crochet project and build as you want. Let's do the progression in reverse. So here I'm going to make a treble crochet. And then a double crochet. And a half double crochet. A single crochet, and lastly a slip stitch. This way you can control your work, build your work faster, and even out the edges, etc. The second progression method is to crochet back and forth with the same type of stitch. You can also progress by crocheting back and forth. Here I'm using the single crochet stitch all the way, and then I will turn the work. And as you can see, the work will build quite fast, and you can build sections of your work like this if you need to. And as you can see, I created a triangle shape with this method of going back and forth. You can also combine the 2 methods if you want to build even faster. And this will come in handy when you're going to start with sculptural crochet later in this course. I want you to practice progressions even if you don't think they make sense right now, because this is a core principle of freeform crochet. When you get the hang of it, you can steer your work exactly as you want. And with practice, this method will help you along the way towards freeform crochet mastery. You can also choose to create several stitches of the same kind to slow the progression down a bit. This will create an angle that's not so steep. For example, we can start with a couple of single crochets, then move over to a couple of half double crochets and then some double crochets. And as you can see, the angle is not going to be so steep. I'm going to create one with several stitches of the same kind, and the one where the progression is quite aggressive, so to speak, so that you can spot the difference. This last stitch is quite long, and the length of the stitch is determined by how many yarn over you do before the stitch. As you can see, there is quite a bit of difference between these two, so you can really experiment with this method to learn how different lengths of stitches will affect your work. Progressions in 3D work. Let's say you want to create a curve like this. The inner curve will be smaller than the outer curve. So to compensate for this, we need to use the progression technique so that the outer curve will start building faster than the inner curve. So we'll go round and round, and in the inner curve we will do single crochets, and for the outer curve we will progress with half double crochet, double crochets, and then go back to half double crochet and then single crochets again. This way the curve will build itself. And as you can see, it starts to build already after a couple of rounds. That's all I had for you this lesson, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Good luck!